All right, so listen to this. You guys sent in tons of articles about this new Minecraft movie, and I gotta admit, I'm kind of curious. A live-action Minecraft movie with Jack Black and Jason Momoa. I'm intrigued, but also kind of confused. What are they thinking?
Yeah, it's a very interesting situation to be sure. I mean, on the one hand, you've got Jared Hess, the director who did those quirky comedies like Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
But then on the other hand, you have this big budget CGI action adventure movie.
Yeah.
And it's based on a game that's known for like its creativity, but it has absolutely no set story or narrative.
Yeah, it's a very odd pairing for sure. It's like trying to mix oil and water. Like, can you even make a diamond pickaxe out of dirt?
Right. And then you've got the internet just exploding after that trailer dropped back in September. Remember those pink sheet memes?
Oh, yeah.
And Jason Momoa with bangs.
Yeah.
It was wild. So today we have a lot to unpack. We've got the movie's Wikipedia page. Of course, we have a bunch of articles about all the reactions online. And we even have a few interviews with the director and producers.
Right.
So we need to figure out why this movie's even happening in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to take a game that basically has no story and turn it into a movie? And is all this internet hate actually justified? Like, is this going to be one of those so bad it's good movies? Or are we all headed for like a total cinematic disaster?
Let's find out. So the Wikipedia page gives us like the rundown. A Minecraft movie scheduled to hit theaters April 4th, 2025. We've got Jack Black playing Steve and Jason Momoa is playing, wait for it, the Garbage Man.
The Garbage Man. It's got kind of a ring to it, don't you think? Very Hessian.
Yeah.
Very quirky.
Yeah, totally. And the cast is wild. We've got Emma Myers, Danielle Brooks, Sebastian Eugene Hansen, even Jennifer Coolidge is in it. It's like they took all the best actors from indie comedies, indie blockbuster movies, and just threw them all together.
The potential is definitely there. Imagine, Hess is that unique sense of humor mixed with, these massive, spectacular visuals, from the Minecraft world. But even with such a great cast, the plot still seems kind of familiar.
Yeah.
Four misfits get pulled into this, the overworld, and then they have to team up with Steve to get back home. Classic Chosen One trope. Very predictable.
Yeah, it does seem that way at first, but maybe that's the point. Like, what if they flip the whole Chosen One thing on its head? Because it is a Minecraft movie. What if they make it funny? Like, maybe all the characters are trying to prove that they're the Chosen One, but then in the end they realize that they have to work together.
Oh, that's a really good point. And it would definitely fit with the whole, Minecraft theme of, collaboration and creativity. And just imagine Momoa as this, garbage man trying to act like AGS, the chosen one in this world made of blocks.
Oh, my God.
I mean, the potential for comedy is just huge.
Okay, so there might be more to the story than we initially thought, but before we get too deep into the plot, we got to talk about the big elephant in the room, that trailer.
Oh, yes, that trailer. The gift that keeps on giving.
It was wild. People were saying the CGI looked cheap, the character designs were just bizarre, and some people were even saying that the whole live-action concept was like a crime against Minecraft. I get it, though, that Pink Sheep was something else.
It is really hard to translate, those blocky, pixelated visuals into a live-action movie. It's tough to capture that, that simple charm of the original Minecraft in a live-action setting. But the most interesting part is how the director reacted to all of this.
How did he react?
He pretty much said, yeah, we knew that would happen.
Really? He wasn't even a little bit, thrown off by everyone on the internet freaking out? Because I know I would have been.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
In one of the articles, he talked about how Minecraft means different things to different people, and there was no way they could make everyone happy. He even mentioned the whole ugly Sonic thing. Remember that? Where they had to completely redesign Sonic in that first movie because everybody hated the way he looked.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like he's saying, we know the risks and we're listening.
Okay, so at least he's aware of what the fans are saying. But isn't Minecraft a completely different beast? This isn't just about, redesigning a character. How do you adapt a game where the whole point is just building whatever you want? There's no big bad guy to defeat or a princess to save.
You're right. And that's exactly what makes this whole thing so fascinating. Instead of forcing some kind of story onto Minecraft, they're embracing the open world sandbox aspect of the game.
Okay, but how does that even work as a movie? Are we just going to watch people punch trees and dig holes for 2 hours?
Well, the director says that the focus is on this group of, misfit heroes who are basically creating their own destiny within this world. He says that it's about more than just surviving. It's about figuring out how to thrive in this world and in real life, too.
So it's like instead of punching trees, they're punching through, their own limitations. Building confidence instead of shelters. That does sound more interesting.
It does, doesn't it? And by making it about a bunch of underdogs who are trying to, create their own destiny, they tap into what makes Minecraft so appealing, that feeling of being able to create anything you want.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could work. But I still have so many questions. Like, how are they going to show the game mechanics in a movie? Things like mining and crafting. Are we going to see them actually build a diamond sword on screen? Or will they just kind of hint at it?
That's a great question. And we're going to explore that more later.
Right.
And there's also the question of why they chose to do live action. Why not just go with animation like so many other video game adaptations? It seems like animation would be a much better fit for the blocky visuals of Minecraft.
I was wondering the same thing. Why risk making a CGI mess when animation seems like a much safer choice? I mean, look at the Lego movie. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe they're trying to do something different with live action, something more immersive, something more tangible, something that really puts you inside the world of Minecraft.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
In one of the articles, the producer mentioned this idea of wish fulfillment, like how we all used to dream of being able to just step into the screen and explore those blocky landscapes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what they're going for.
I can definitely see the appeal of that. But can they really pull it off visually? I mean, that teaser trailer wasn't exactly convincing.
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
That teaser really didn't tell us much, but I'm curious to see how they bridge that gap between, the stylized world of Minecraft and the reality of a live-action movie.
Me too. Okay, so we've covered the basics, the internet meltdown over the trailer and the response from the creative team. But what about the man himself, Steve? What do we make of that casting choice? I mean, everyone seems to love it, even the people who hate everything else about the movie.
Let's talk about Jack Black.
Because honestly, even with all the negativity around this movie, people seem genuinely excited about him playing Steve. It's like the one thing everyone can agree on.
And for good reason. I mean, he just has that energy,
Yeah.
that playful sense of wonder that just fits so perfectly with the whole Minecraft vibe. It's like he was born to play this role.
Right. And he's not just a funny guy. He's a seriously talented actor. He can bring a lot of depth to a character like Steve, who seems pretty one-dimensional on the surface.
Exactly. And don't forget about his actual passion for the game. Remember that story about him playing Minecraft in his trailer between takes?
Oh, yeah, that's so cool. It's not every day you see an actor so dedicated to a role, especially in a video game movie. It makes me think that maybe there's more to this movie than we think.
It does give you a little bit of hope, doesn't it? Like maybe there's something special here.
Okay, so we've gone from being totally skeptical to cautiously optimistic. Is that where we're at right now?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's still a lot we don't know, and the potential for disaster is still definitely there. But the more we learn about the director's vision and the casting choices and the fact that the studio seems to be listening to the fans, the more I think this could actually be a really good movie, even if it's not what we expected.
I'm starting to feel that way, too. It's a big gamble, for sure, but maybe they'll pull it off. But we're not done yet, right? There's still more to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we have to dive deeper into, the technical challenges of adapting a game like Minecraft. At what could go wrong and what success would even look like for a movie like this. Okay, so we've talked about, like, the why of this movie, right? The director, the cast, the studio's, ambition.
Yeah.
But now let's get into, like, the HLW. How do you even adapt a game like Minecraft? And it's not really about a fixed story. It's more about just, like, pure creative freedom.
Exactly. It's not like they're adapting Lord of the Rings or something. How do you translate a game that's literally all about, like, player agency and mining and crafting and building whatever you want into an actual film?
That's where the whole open sandbox idea comes in. The director keeps talking about this. It seems like they're not trying to force a plot onto the game. They're trying to capture the feeling of Minecraft, that sense of just, like, limitless possibility.
Okay, but how do you do that in, like, a 2-hour movie? A movie needs, like, a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? How do you create, like, a narrative structure out of a game that's basically about, breaking and placing blocks?
It's all about the journey, the character's journey, their growth, their self-discovery within that world. Remember, we're dealing with 4 misfits who are suddenly thrown into this, like, fantastical and kind of dangerous world, the overworld. They have to adapt, they have to collaborate, and they have to use their ingenuity to survive.
So you're saying the game mechanics, like the mining and crafting, become like a metaphor for the character's struggles. Like, instead of building an actual shelter, they're building resilience, confidence, maybe even friendships.
In a way, Just imagine Steve isn't just crafting a diamond sword to fight off mobs, you know?
Yeah.
He's forging his inner strength. He's confronting his own fears and insecurities. It's like the character's transformation mirrors the whole creative process of the game itself.
That's a pretty cool way to look at it. It's not just about what they're doing, but what it means on a deeper level. But I still wonder, does that translate to an actual story? Will people be able to connect with that, emotionally?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
It really depends on whether the director can balance, the big spectacle with genuine emotion. Remember, Jared Hess is known for his quirky comedies, right? The humor comes from those awkward but sincere moments between the characters.
So maybe he can bring that same charm to the Minecraft world. Make it feel like epic and relatable at the same time.
That's the hope. But even if the story works, there's still the issue of the visuals. Can they really capture Minecraft in live action? How do you make blocky landscapes look, believable and immersive and not just totally weird?
Right.
The teaser trailer did not really convince me.
Yeah, it was a choice.
Yeah, they made some choices. But the director and producer both keep saying they're going for a unique visual style.
Unique how? Is everything going to be blocky but live action?
Well, not exactly. From what they've said, it sounds like they're aiming for a kind of realism that still fits with the game. Think less Lego movie and more like Where the Wild Things Are, where you have those fantastical elements, but they're part of a believable world.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a shot-for-shot recreation of the game. It's more about evoking the feeling of the world, but through a different visual language.
Exactly. And that's where having a studio like Legendary Pictures really helps.
Yeah.
They have the resources to create these huge, breathtaking scenes that could actually make you feel like you're in the Minecraft world.
Okay, yeah. I'm picturing these sweeping shots of those, blocky landscapes. It could be pretty amazing if they pull it off. But what about the actual gameplay itself? How do you show things like mining and crafting in a way that makes sense for a movie, especially for people who don't even play Minecraft?
That's another challenge for sure. It sounds like they're taking a more symbolic approach. Instead of showing Steve literally punching trees and crafting swords, those actions will probably be more like metaphors, for problem solving or teamwork or overcoming obstacles.
So it's less about the literal actions and more about what those actions represent. Like when Steve makes a diamond sword, it's not just about getting a better weapon, it's about him finding his courage.
Exactly. It's a way to get at the emotional core of the gameplay without getting too bogged down in the specifics. And it's a way to introduce the world of Minecraft to a bigger audience without alienating people who don't know all the details.
That's actually pretty clever. They're using the game as like a framework to talk about bigger ideas. But what about the no-set story issue? Are they making up a plot? Or are they pulling from existing Minecraft lore?
Well, it sounds like they're drawing inspiration from the lore. We might see familiar creatures, creepers, endermen, maybe even the ender dragon.
Oh man, I'd love to see the ender dragon in live action. That would be epic. But are they just throwing those things in for the fans, or will they actually be part of the story?
Based on what the director has said, it seems like those iconic elements will actually be woven into the character's journey. Remember, they're not trying to just recreate the game. They're trying to create a story that honors the spirit of Minecraft while also being, entertaining for everyone.
Okay, so it's not just a cash grab. They're actually thinking about how to adapt this game into a good movie. It sounds like they're trying to appeal to the hardcore fans, but also bring in new people. And speaking of appealing to fans, let's talk about that casting choice that everyone seems to love.
Jack Black as Steve. It's perfect.
Seriously, even the people who hate everything else about this movie seem to agree on that. Why is that? What is it about Jack Black that just makes him perfect for this role?
He just has that, that childlike wonder and enthusiasm that's so essential to Minecraft. He's got the expressive eyes, the infectious laugh. He can be goofy and then suddenly really heartfelt.
Yeah, and he's not just funny. He's a really good actor. He can bring depth to a character like Steve who might seem kind of simple at first.
Exactly. And don't forget that he actually loves the game. The story about him playing Minecraft in his trailer between takes, that's not just for show. It shows that he really cares about understanding the world he's a part of.
It's cool to see that level of dedication, especially for a video game movie. It makes me think that maybe they really are onto something special here. But let's be real, video game movies have a pretty bad track record. What makes this one different? How do we know this isn't just going to be another one of those, forgettable or even cringy adaptations?
I think we have to kind of change our idea of what success means in this case,
So we're not just talking about like box office numbers, because those don't always mean a movie is actually good.
Right, Minecraft is more than just a game. It's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's about creativity and community and imagination. For this movie to truly succeed, it needs to capture that spirit.
So are you saying it's not just about telling a good story, but about inspiring a new generation of Minecraft fans, like getting kids excited about building their own worlds and exploring and connecting with each other?
That's exactly it. If this movie can inspire people, if it can make people want to play the game and be creative and connect with others, then the box office success will follow.
Because when something connects with people on that level, it becomes more than just entertainment, right? It becomes like an experience.
Exactly. That's where the magic happens.
Okay, so let's say they actually pull it off. They make this amazing, visually stunning, and emotionally engaging Minecraft movie. What does that mean for video game movies in general? Could this be like a turning point for the whole genre?
It could be huge.
Mm.
It could show that there's a different way to adapt video games.
Mm-hmm.
We can move away from those old formulas that haven't really worked.
So no more trying to just put the game on the screen, because that rarely works.
Right. It's about understanding what the game is really about, the themes, the emotions, the community, and then finding a way to express those things in a movie that feels real and engaging.
So less Super Mario Bros. And more hopefully like this Minecraft movie if it actually turns out to be good.
Exactly. It could lead to a whole new era of video game adaptations, movies that are more creative and ambitious and, that actually respect the games they're based on.
Wow, you're making me really optimistic. But I also want to be realistic. There's still a lot that could go wrong.
Of course. And that's part of the fun, right? We're on the verge of something that could be really groundbreaking, but there's always the chance of disappointment. So what are you most curious to see when the movie actually comes out?
Honestly, I just want to see how they handle the visuals. How do you take something that's so blocky and pixelated and turn it into a live-action world? But even more than that, I want to see if they can capture the heart of Minecraft, that feeling of just endless creativity and possibility.
I feel that I want to walk out of that theater feeling inspired. Like I can go home and build anything I can imagine. And maybe even a little bit nostalgic for those late nights playing Minecraft with friends.
That feeling of just pure joy and wonder, of creating something from nothing, that's what Minecraft is all about. And if this movie can even get close to that feeling, I think it'll be a success.
I agree. At the end of the day, that's what really matters. Can it make us feel like kids again? Can it remind us of why we love Minecraft in the first place?
Well, I guess we'll have to wait until April 4th, 2025 to find out.
Okay.
But until then,
we can speculate and theorize and just let our imaginations run wild. Minecraft is more than just a game. It's a cultural phenomenon. It's about creativity and community and imagination. If this movie wants to really succeed, it needs to capture that.
So are you saying it's less about telling a traditional story and more about like inspiring people, like making kids want to play the game and build their own worlds and connect with each other?
That's a big part of it. If this movie can make people excited about, exploring and experimenting and being creative, then the box office success will kind of take care of itself.
Because when something connects with people on that level, it becomes more than just a movie, right? It becomes like an experience.
Exactly. And that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, so let's say they actually do it. They make this amazing, visually stunning and emotionally engaging Minecraft movie. What does that mean for other video game movies? Could this be like a turning point for the whole genre?
It could be huge. It could show Hollywood that there's a new way to adapt video games. We can move away from those old formulas that haven't really worked.
You mean like no more just trying to put the game on the screen? Because that almost never works.
Exactly. It's about understanding what the game is really about. The themes, the emotions, the community, and then finding a way to express those things in a movie that feels authentic and engaging.
So less Super Mario Bros. And more, well, hopefully more like this Minecraft movie if it turns out to be good.
Exactly. It could lead to a whole new wave of video game adaptations, movies that are more creative, more ambitious, and that actually respect the games they're based on.